Welcome to classes by Inspire Physics. In the last class, you have seen expression for motional EMF. When we move a conductor in a magnetic field, across the ends of the conductor, there will be a magnetic field developed. You have seen the equation for the motional EMF. Now, today we will see how can you find expression for power. Power means when we move the conductor, see the side PQ is movable. When we move the conductor, there will be EMF induced. Okay, EMF will be induced. Then we need to spend some power for moving the conductor inward, because now it will be a current carrying, and if it is a closed circuit it will be a current carrying conductor. We are moving the current because how current is produced by induction. By induction, current is produced in the conductor. If this is a conductor, current is induced. This current carrying conductor is now moving in a magnetic field. It can experience a force. Okay, so against this force we need to do some work if you want to push it to inward lengths, and that work done needs some power to be spent, and we are going to find the equation for the power. Okay, so we know the equation of what voltage induced when we move the conductor. We know that EMF is equal to BLV is the equation. B is the strength of magnetic field. The magnetic field is perpendicular and directly inward. Perpendicular to the board and inward. L is the length of conductor and V is the velocity. Okay, now we will see what will be the current induced. What is the current induced? If R is the resistance of the closed loop, I can say the current induced I is equal to voltage by resistance E by R. See, we will get BLV by R. This is the current induced. Okay, if you know the current induced, what we can find now? The force experienced. See, what is the force experienced? A current carrying conductor experiences a force, so the maximum force is given by BIL. When you substitute I here, what you will get? Force is equal to B into L. What is I? I is equal to BLV by R. So when you multiply, you will get B square L square V by R. This is the force experienced by this current carrying conductor. So the current is actually induced, and now we can say it's a current carrying conductor. This current carrying conductor moves in a magnetic field, it will experience a force. Now what will be the power? We need to find the power dissipated. See, the power dissipated is equal, we can have the equation power is equal to force into velocity. See, when you multiply force with the velocity, you will get V square L square, V into V square divided by R. Okay, this power will be dissipated as heat. In the closed network, it is dissipated as heat. See, we know the equation of power in terms of resistance. P is equal to I square R. Okay, we can show that both are equal. I square, take the square of this. We take the square, B square L square V square by R square into this R. What will you get? We will get B square L square V square by R. Okay, we have got equation of power in two different ways. One is the power dissipated as heat, I square R, and the other the power spent by the person to move the conductor inward. So we have seen that both are same. Okay, so that's about equation for power in terms of motional, in the case of motional EMF. Now we will see a few problems related to Lenz's law. Okay, say we have a region. We have a region of magnetic field. So this is a region. The region having magnetic field directly inward, directed into the page. Okay, in this region, suppose we have a circular loop. The circular loop is going outward like this. Okay, I can give a name for the loop A, B, C, D. ABC is a loop. Say the loop is going outward. When it is moving outward, what happens? The flux linked decreases. Okay, the flux linked decreases. Now, according to Lenz's law, it needs to oppose. The induced current flows in the conductor such that it opposes. See, we have the flux is decreasing. What's the direction of the magnetic flux already existing here? It is into the page, inward. So, the flux is decreasing. See, if the flux is decreasing, what happens is current will be induced in the circular coil. That current produces a magnetic field. That magnetic field should oppose this. Okay. See, to oppose this, see, it is decreasing. It should not allow it to decrease. So, it needs to support the magnetic field. How? To support the magnetic field, it should flow, it should produce a current in the coil, in the loop. The current should produce a magnetic field in the same direction, because it has a tendency to decrease the flux. The coil should produce a magnetic field such that increase the flux should increase. Say, to increase the flux, if into is the field, if inward is the magnetic field, then the current produced should produce a magnetic field in the coil in the same direction. Okay, how it happens? See, we have two options. Say, in the coil, if current is flowing in clockwise direction, we know that current is flowing in clockwise direction. By right hand thumb rule, we can say that. See, if we place our thumb like this, magnetic field is inward. Okay, now it is flowing in anti-clockwise direction. We know that. See, when you place thumb like this, okay, it will be going outward. Okay, so we have two options. If it is in clockwise direction, if current is clockwise direction, the magnetic field produces inward. Inward, we put an into symbol. Here it is anti-clockwise. In anti-clockwise, what we can see? We can see the magnetic field is produced outward. Outward, we just put a symbol dot. So these are two options. See, since the flux is decreasing, the current induced should produce a magnetic field in the same direction of the field existing. Same direction means we need into. For this, current should flow in a clockwise direction. Which is a clockwise direction here in the figure. We can see clockwise direction A, B, C, D. In this direction, current should flow. So current flow is in the direction A, B, C, D. In this manner, current should flow here. Okay, I'll give you one more example. See, one conductor is getting inward. See, I'll just give a shape like this, a triangular shape. It is moving inward. From outside, it is coming inward. I just give names for the corners M, N, P, M, and P. Okay, it is entering inward. According to Lenz's law, when it is entering inward, the flux should increase. By Lenz's law, the flux should decrease. See, to decrease the flux, to reduce the flux, what we need? The coil needs to produce some induced current. The magnetic field should be opposite of this. See, opposite means it should be dot. Means it should be outward. Outward means dot. Okay, outward produce current should flow in anti-clockwise direction. So we can say that here current flows in anti-clockwise direction. In this direction, this anti-clockwise direction, we can say that MPN. MPN is the direction. In this anti-clockwise direction, current should be produced, because here the flux is increasing. See, according to Lenz's law, the flux should be decreased by the current induced. See, the current induced should produce flux in opposite direction to this. Into is the field here. We need to produce a dot field. Dot means it is vertically outward. Okay, so here it is, since it is coming inward, it has become anti-clockwise direction. Here it is going outward, it has become clockwise direction. Okay, we will see another type of question. See, we have a circular loop and we have a conductor. Okay, the circular loop I can give a name M, N, P, Q, like that. Okay, the current is flowing in this conductor. In this direction, current is flowing. I be the current. Let the current I increases. Current increases. See, when the current is increasing, see, by right hand thumb rule, we can say that at this point, similar to this at this region, it will produce a magnetic field. Okay, in which direction? It is going outward. See, current is flowing like this. It produces a magnetic field in this direction. See, this produces a magnetic field in outward direction. I just give a symbol to show the outward direction. See, dot is the outward direction. It is in outward direction. This conductor produces a magnetic field here in outward direction. The current is increasing. When current is increasing, magnetic flux is increasing. Okay, by Lenz's law, magnetic flux should decrease. To decrease, a current should flow in the conductor such that it produces a magnetic field to oppose this. See, it needs to produce a current. To oppose means dot is the magnetic field produced by this, means outward. We need a magnetic field inward. So, inward we need a magnetic field. To have an inward magnetic field, what we need a current in clockwise direction. See, in which direction current should flow? Current should flow here in clockwise direction. See, I just put a clockwise direction like this. It's a clockwise direction. I can give the direction M, N, P, Q. In this direction, current should flow. Okay, now we'll see another condition. Same question with another in opposite manner. See, we can draw here. we have same circular loop. I can name the loop as M, N, P, Q. Okay, here we have the current carrying straight conductor. I is a current. The current decreases. So the current is decreasing. Okay, when the current is flowing in this direction, current is decreasing. See, even the current decreasing or increasing, it should produce a magnetic field at this point. By right hand thumb rule, we can say at this point it is going outward. See, this is dot. So this current produces a magnetic field vertically outward, means outward to the board. Okay, now it is decreasing. Okay, since it is decreasing by Lenz's law, it should produce a current in order to increase the flux. Act opposite. So we need to increase this. Okay, to increase this, we need to support this magnetic field in this direction. So this coil also should produce a magnetic field in the same direction, parallel to this. So we need a magnetic field produced by the induced current in the same direction. We need a outward direction. See, to get a dot magnetic field, what we need to produce? We need a current in anti-clockwise direction. So here current flows in anti-clockwise direction. What's the direction? How can you write the direction? M, Q, P, N. See, exactly opposite direction to this. Okay. And one more type of problem is usually asked for board examination related to Lenz's law. That is, suppose we have a loop, we have a magnetic field region. So for our convenience, we can use into a magnetic field, means directed inward. Okay. Now we have a circular loop here placed inside. I just give a name for this ABCD. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am just going to compress the circular loop. See, when I compress, the circular loop will turn to be an oval shape like this. In this direction it is compressed. Now this point A will be here, A dash. This point B, I can write B dash. Here it is C dash. Here it is D dash. It is compressed. Okay. See, I am just compressing this. See, this loop is compressed like this. This was the original loop, circular loop. Now this point is a D dash. Now in which direction the current should be induced? See, initially we had large number of flux. Now what happens when we compress, the flux decreases. Okay, when the flux decreases, by Lenz's law, the flux should increase. It will try to increase the flux. So current should flow such a manner to increase the flux. To increase means we need a magnetic field in the same direction. See, inside we need a magnetic field in the same direction, since it is decreasing. Now, how can you say it is? Since it is decreasing, we need current will produce magnetic field in inward direction. See, into. For inward, we need current clockwise direction. See, this is the direction clockwise. Clockwise direction. I can say current flows like this: A dash, B dash, C dash, and D dash. Okay. So in the opposite manner also we will see one more problem. We have initially we have an irregular shape, a loop. Suppose we are stretching it like this. We have an irregular shape of loop. I just give a name for the loop A, B, C, D. Okay, I just pull it to make in bigger size. So I'm just pulling like this. In all direction I just pull. Okay, see what happens. Now suppose I'm pulling it, I just get a bigger loop. The loop is just pulled like this. I just give the name for the loop. Here it is A dash I give. Here I give B dash. Here I give C dash. Here I give D dash. So it is extended to a bigger loop. What happens? The flux is increasing. By Lenz's law, the flux should decrease. So this is into magnetic field. See, directed inward. It needs to produce a magnetic field to oppose it, because flux is increasing. So we will try to decrease the flux. To oppose, we have a flux in dot direction. Dot means anti-clockwise. See, current should flow in anti-clockwise direction. Which direction anti-clockwise? I can say A dash, D dash, then C dash and B dash. This is anti-clockwise direction. See, all these problems are related to Lenz's law. Okay, so we have seen today expression for power for motional EMF, and we have seen a few problems related to Lenz's law. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Thank you.